Every time I run a direct-to-customer sales training course, there's one suggestion that's guaranteed to be made when we discuss open questions. Sorry, did you hear that? Budget. How much do you want to spend? That's a very interesting point. I'm so glad you were here to bring it up in such a spontaneous, natural and clearly unforced manner. What a useful tool you are, field-based Dan. Now, if we're going to talk about money and budget, there's one quick change I need to make. Better. So, budget. What is the benefit of asking our customer how much he or she wants to spend? Well, it helps us find out what they can afford. Yeah, that's a good point. But do we have a way of resolving the issue for them if the solution that's perfect for them is a bit too expensive? I don't know, some kind of finance scheme or something? Possibly. But would we have even shown our customer the perfect solution if we'd already been told it's too expensive? Let me tell you a story. No. Are you sitting comfortably? Yep. Oh. Then I'll begin. Once upon a time, when I was a little less clued up on some types of tech, I'd had permission from my wife to go and buy a new TV. I say permission because that's the way we work. If one of us has an idea and wants to spend some money, it's only right that we check with the other one first. I was excited because, well, I'm a hopeless geek and she hadn't really given me a set budget. Could be dangerous. She said not to be too stupid. I took that to mean don't buy anything too cheap. Anyway, I went into my nearest large electronics store, ready to part with some cash, and I walked into the TV area. Before long, a member of staff had approached me and said, "Can I help?" We'll leave what I think of that particular intro for another day. Suffice to say, I already knew this was not going to be a particularly great conversation, but I really wanted a new TV, so I persevered. I'm looking for a new TV. Oh. How much do you want to spend? As you know, I didn't really have a budget, but what I did know is that my last TV, which I bought cheaply online, had cost me £449 for a 42-inch of what I thought was a reputable make. I knew that for something bigger and better I'd need to spend more, but I really had no idea how much more. In order to be able to give him an answer, I heard myself saying, about £1,000? This budget meant nothing to me, but now the salesperson felt like he had to stick to it. So he took me over to some TVs. Right. Is this one? £1,000 £999. Is this one? 600 hertz, 899. Is that one up there? It's 900 hertz. It's £900. Which one do you like? I looked at them, disappointed. None of the models had really excited me in the slightest. I mean, they just looked like my existing TV. I saw no reason to spend £1,000 on one. I ended up walking away, dejected. A week later, my wife spent £600 on plant pots. Plant pots. £600 on plant pots. Still, I wasn't bitter. But it did mean that much of the money that we would have spent on a TV had gone, and we just kind of carried on with our old one. 6 months later, I started working for Sony, and it was then that I saw the 46-inch HX8. It was beautiful. The price ticket on that TV at the time when I was in store would have been £1,500, 50% more than the imaginary budget that I'd set because that salesperson had asked me to. He'd created a ceiling that he just couldn't rise past. So, field-based Dan, what normally happens when somebody truly has a rigid budget and they start talking to a salesperson? Well, I guess they tell the salesperson. They tell the salesperson. So, what's the point in asking them to create a ceiling that only serves to hold us back in the overwhelming majority of cases? There isn't one? There isn't one. Any other questions? Yeah, can I come over to yours? It's getting a bit cold out here now. Oh, I'm really sorry. I've got this video to do, and then I've got to do another thing with something else with Dan. No, just grab the. Dan. Dan. With Dan. 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 Oh, I'll get him later.